Thanks for joining us today, David Maitre. We'll dive straight in and we'll start with the My Rewards origin story. So can you tell us a bit about when the company was formed and what was the initial product?
Thanks, Jack. Pleasure to talk to you. So My Rewards started in 2000 and the company started by creating discount coupon books. And these books had a range of discounts to various suppliers such as restaurants, cafes, hairdressers, and it enabled people that had access to the book and their families to save significant amounts of money with anywhere between 10 and 25% discounts to these services. The way we started marketing the books was to identify large membership bases that wanted to add value to their member base by having an additional product and service. And we were able to sell these books as an add-on to their membership to add value. And that's how we started accessing some large bases and selling the books as our initial revenue stream.
So you started off in a B2B type basis. So what are some examples of these customers?
So in the early days, we had companies and organisations, say for instance, the unions in the early 2000s were looking to strengthen their offering to their members. So we had a number of unions that would buy our membership books. We would label them up even under the brand of the union, and it would become an additional benefit for being a union member.
So you were white labelling from the start?
Correct.
That takes us through to your digital transformation. You're now a global provider of digital loyalty and rewards programs. Maitre, can you speak to how the company made that digital transition?
Jack, thanks for having us. As a business, we were looking at the market and listening to our clients as to what was happening in the industry. What they really wanted was to move ahead with the times. And hence, the coupon books were no longer a primary means of communicating. Using digital technologies, be it websites or mobile apps, became very important. And that led to us transforming our offering from being paper-based to being digital.
So was there any sort of a defining moment, or was it just a sign of the times? And about what year did this start to happen?
Look, we started moving from providing books to creating those coupons on a web platform late in the 2010, 2012. But the key defining moment was around the years 2015, 2016, where we started getting approached by customers who were looking for a very strong platform that was secure and had multiple functionalities. And I would say that was predominantly the time when we started evolving the platform to provide these services.
So today, your primary product is a white labeled offering, a B2B type play, which helps companies retain employees. Now, with unemployment at 4.5% and a real supply shortage for talent and the increasing need for firms to retain employees, how does the My Rewards platform help companies achieve this?
So, Jack, what we do is by, as you mentioned, putting together a white label solution. Everything we do for the companies under their brand, and companies are always looking for ways to create more engagement with their employees, more stickiness, have them feel very good about the company. And what we do by providing an employee benefit program, which is a turnkey program that the companies can access, it enables the employee and their family to have access via web or app to a branded company program that provides them significant savings from a whole range of household and financial goods. So, for instance, you can save every day on your supermarket shopping, you can buy a coffee and save money. In fact, through us, you can get a new car at a significant discount. So what we provide is, as brought to the employee by the employer, is a very strong program that effectively provides the family with benefits outside the workplace. And as I mentioned, enables the company to provide this benefit as an extra add-on on top of obviously would be a competitive wage and other benefits they provide. In addition, the software that we run enables the company itself to have an additional communication tool through to the employee. Through our app, we have app notifications that are customised by the company, so they're able to communicate further with the company. We provide fully branded newsletters that can be also not only our products, but the company can use that to communicate. It could be there's a training session coming up, company picnic. So what we find is through our program that there's a very friendly way for a company to communicate with their employee in a very strong, helpful environment.
So, for example, if I worked at a company that utilized the My Rewards platform and my work anniversary came up, would it notify me about that? Would it notify my manager? Are there benefits that can be drawn out from that sort of event?
Absolutely, Jack. So be it work anniversaries, meeting sales targets, or any predefined rules for the employee, we can set up a recognition to be sent out on behalf of the employer to the employee. We can automate these so that the HR person doesn't have to remember or have to have an additional process every month to send out these, let's say, offers, benefits. People use gift cards a lot, which is very popular to say thank you. But it's a one-time setup. So from an employer perspective, automating these workflows really helps them save on time and costs as well.
In addition, Jack, we also have another module which provides a company the ability to give their employees rewards and points for meeting targets. Now, whether it be a sales target, some internal set target for another activity, but again, it provides additional rewards, and the employee can then go into our app, which is branded as the company, and select from a customised range of goods and services that the company selected, and may even be a company branded product, but they can redeem these points that they're being awarded by the company for these goods, and they can even in our system use a points plus pay. So with a better item, for instance, that's more expensive, if they've accrued say 100 points, they can then pay with an additional for cash via a PayPal or credit card, they can pay for that good. So we really provide that full comprehensive benefits, recognition and rewards to a company.
It sounds like a full service package. Do you track any sort of metrics in terms of companies being able to retain employees as a result of using the platform?
So what we do is absolutely with our system, we have full tracking on what people are buying. Obviously, we understand what they're clicking on in terms of their likes, and definitely with the ability to provide information back to the company, anonymised. We're very strong on privacy and respecting the current privacy requirements, but we can feed back to a company what some of their employees or group of employees are interested in. That can help a company to actually tailor make some other offerings. If people are really enjoying movies, then they might suggest they might run a movie night. So the data that we collect and provide back to the company helps them engage further with their employees to understand their likes, and that helps again with that further engagement and creates that stickiness to retain the employees.
So who are some of your notable clients who are utilising the My Rewards platform?
So some of our key clients, Telstra as an example for employee benefits. We have MLC and Plum superannuation holders. One of our large new global clients is Ria Financial, which is the second largest money transfer company in the world, and we're providing their global loyalty program as part of our ongoing service with them.
And so how many members do you have on the platform?
So currently we have just over 4.6 million members that can access our program. In terms of activity, about 500,000 we would deem as good active members, and we judge that by having logged onto the program and started looking around and buying goods and services through the platform.
So you have about 500,000 who are active on the platform, but you have access to about 4.5 million potential members to start interacting on the platform. Are there plans in place to better activate these inactive customers?
That's correct, Jack. We are putting together some strategies in order to be able to interact better with these customers and potential members, be it through digital marketing, be it through EDMs and special offers. There are multiple strategies that we are going to be implementing over the coming months to engage more with our platform users.
And in addition to that, one of the technology advances we have implemented artificial intelligence into our marketplace offerings. And what that means is we'll start to be offering the users, being whether employees or members, a much more personalised experience when they're using our platform, and that's going to provide more engagement, more relevant products that they're interested in, which will hence, one, for us, create further increased revenue by further sales, but also then creating a much stronger experience for the users to then create more engagement and more activity.
So it sounds like you've got a great trajectory for potential growth that can be done in a very cost-efficient manner.
One of the key things that we have is that having the B2B corporate programs, our cost of acquisition is actually relatively low to the extent we get paid by the corporates to run these programs. So we acquire the members as part of a paid program that they have access to. We then are able to activate them, and hence in the B2B program, our acquisition cost is extremely low, if not, I'd say zero, because we're being paid, but then we do have other tools we use to activate members, whether it's using our digital wallet. They're able to receive cash bonus points into their wallet for activating, and that becomes an acquisition cost.
So you've got this this great platform which have a lot of suppliers offering discounts to consumers. Do customers need to have their employers be a client of My Rewards to access the platform, or can anyone just access the platform?
So the current programs being B2B, they're all highly secure and password protected. So for a B2B program, first of all, as we mentioned, we white label the program for the client, whether it be the company or member group, and then to have access, whether employee or member person has to have a login, being a username and password to access the program. So the general public can't have access to a B2B program, and we have very high on security to make sure we protect the privacy of all the users. And under the individual programs, you have to be a designated member or employee of that particular group to get into that website or app.
Another stakeholder that we've only just touched on are your suppliers, who are those offering the discounts through the platform. Can you talk a bit about the relationship there?
So look, as we mentioned, going back over 20 years, we've been developing the supplier network. Today we have over 4,500 suppliers in a very broad range of categories, whether it be access to gift cards, online cashbacks, cafes, restaurants, hairdressers, the ability to buy a car. We have the ability to access investments through our program, buy an investment property. So we've created over time a very broad range of suppliers, and they all provide us with services that provide benefits, whether it be a discount or extra bonuses that our members access. So effectively, we're acting as a closed user group marketplace. It's a new channel for some of these suppliers that they're able then to promote. We have ability with our system that they can pay and have additional promotions, EDMs, banners, so that we become this extra channel for suppliers to increase their business through our platform.
So you're deriving advertising revenue, but then also a sales revenue for a commission for enabling that sale. Is that correct?
Correct. So what we've been doing is, one, developing through, particularly with the AI aspect coming into our program, we're going to be presenting a much more compelling opportunity for various suppliers to then start to monetize access to our base by paying for targeted promotions, potentially geo-located promotions that will increase their business. And for us, that creates a much more robust revenue stream by starting to charge advertising fees for targeted campaigns. And obviously the suppliers are happy to do that because through our base with our over 500,000 active and growing, that enables them to reach a group of customers that they otherwise wouldn't have access to.
Given the capitalist market that we live in, what would you say, Maitre, is the competitive advantage of My Rewards over your competitors?
Jack, I would say that our platform was built with the customer in mind. We are very customer client focused organization. We believe in providing a solution to assist the client with their problems. It's not a set and forget sort of program. It's not this is what you get, take it or leave it program. It's about working together and building relationships in order to help our clients. Some of our clients have been with us for over 10 years, creating that really good stickiness between us, the clients, the corporates, and their employees. With regards to our offering, as David mentioned before, we have benefits from a coffee to a car. So everything that you do in your everyday life, you'll be able to save money by using the program. That sets us apart from many of our competitors who are very online focused or very gift card focused, just giving that access to a wide range of benefits.
How much can a consumer potentially save by shopping through the My Rewards platform?
An average Australian family with children can save up to $5,000 using the program, and that's on the basis of spending habits that the Australian government has monitored. And if you use the program, you can save from your everyday foods to your fuel, holiday, travel, everything.
It all just adds up at the end of the year.
Correct.
Yeah. Speaking of spending, My Rewards made the full acquisition of Pegasus Group in 2017, which was transformative for the company. Going into this IPO will be a completion of another acquisition, the acquisition of Infinite Rewards. Can you just outline Infinite Rewards and how it'll mold into the My Rewards platform?
Yeah, so the Infinite Rewards transaction is very synergistic for us. They've been operating a similar style business. We're approaching corporates as well, providing a range of discounts. Generally, they've operated in just slightly different area to us. They have a number of sporting clubs. Recently, they've brought on Australia Post as a client for PO boxes. So everyone that has a PO box in Australia will have access to a reward program, which obviously be under our umbrella. And what we saw is, one, they will be bringing over $12 million of revenue. So at the IPO, our pro forma revenue will be over $30 million annually. And in addition to that, we have, through our ability to provide additional customised solutions, it will provide another marketing channel. And an example is that Australia Post opportunity, where predominantly PO boxes are owned by companies. We're one of the strongest providers of employee programs, back to your original point, that we now have an access to the PO boxes to identify companies that would like to implement a full service employee benefit program. So for us, it's an extremely positive lead generation. So it's not just the purchase of the company and the revenue and the clients, it's what we can do in our ecosystem to grow that business by accessing their good work to date.
So another avenue of potential growth there on the horizon.
Correct.
I mentioned it briefly just before, but another big milestone for My Rewards coming up is the ASX listing, your initial public offering. What was the primary reason for going public?
So, Jack, we've been an unlisted public company since the early 2000s. We have over 300 shareholders now, and there has been a request effectively by the shareholders to try and move to a liquidity event. And obviously under that could be a trade sale, could be an IPO. We felt, given the current market conditions, there's a lot of activity in the sector that we operate in. And what that'll do for us, one, it'll deliver to our shareholders a liquidity event that they've been looking for. It will enable us under the IPO or post-IPO to access capital markets. As you flagged, we've got some significant growth opportunities, not only Australia, but globally. And by having the company in this sector as a publicly listed company, we feel that will become a much more faster way to grow the company, access capital, and along the way reward shareholders for hopefully what we will see as good growth.
There are a lot of great ASX public companies. Who would you compare yourself to on the ASX currently?
It's a difficult question because we come across a number of different companies, but we operate in quite a broad sector. So, for instance, you've got marketplace companies like a Cettire that's been very successful since their listing, providing fashion goods through a marketplace. We provide fashion goods through our marketplace, but that's only a small part of what we do. You have companies like MyDeal, Cash Rewards that have had successful listings last year. Again, we provide cashbacks to our members, but it's, again, one component of the offerings that we have. Our main focus effectively is loyalty and reward. So in one sense, as a listed company, we would see Qantas, for instance, because they run a frequent flyer program, that part of the Qantas business is actually where we would say we're more aligned to in providing a loyalty and reward program. You've got Flybuys, obviously, as well. So from a perspective of how we see our business, it's very much focused as first and foremost a loyalty and reward program. We underpin the programs by providing benefits and redemptions through our platform. And hence, as I said, we're not fully aligned to any one particular company because of the way we do business.
Seems like you're a jack of many trades, so to speak. We'll wrap this up with just one final more question. Part of the funds raised at the IPO will go into the international expansion of My Rewards. And a key deal that has kickstarted that international expansion is the deal with Ria. Now, Ria wouldn't be a household name in Australia. Maitrey, can you just explain who Ria are and how the deal will transform My Rewards into an international company?
Absolutely. You're right. It's probably not a household name for many Australians, but as a person of Indian origin and still having family back at home, I use the services of Ria personally quite a few times. Ria is a money transfer company. It helps people such as me to be able to send money back home or to other individuals overseas. Just as an example, you can log on to their website or you can go to a specific shop, give the shop the money, and then your family, friends, people overseas can go and access that money. Now, Ria's trying, they're the second largest in the world at the moment, similar to Western Union, which is probably a well-known company. The whole deal with Ria came about when they wanted to put together a loyalty program for their customers. As I mentioned before, we're a very service-focused organization, and we were able to provide them with a solution that actually could tick a lot of boxes that they needed and customize the program to be completely theirs. They currently have about 30 million customers worldwide and operate in over 160 countries. As part of this program, we have launched in Australia, and then we'll be going overseas into Malaysia, US, Canada, and a few other countries, slowly moving up to 26 countries and accessing about 30 million customers. Because of this, it gives us a very clear pathway into going into another country. We're going to get customers who will be in those countries. Well, because of that, it makes it easier for us to go and get suppliers to be able to launch that particular region.
Very exciting times ahead. And for those investors playing along at home, Ria is a subsidiary of Euronet Worldwide, which is on the NASDAQ and is a $7 billion company. So it's great to see contracts being awarded to you guys from such large, reputable firms.
I think we've seen some great success stories in the Australian market with global players providing software into the world. And we feel as an Australian-based company that we're very proud of our achievement, but it shows and demonstrates, particularly to current shareholders and incoming investors, that our software is robust and it's scalable, and the ability to go globally, where it's currency agnostic and language agnostic, will settle us in a very good position to grow this business worldwide.
Well, thanks so much for your time, guys. We've covered so much in this interview. I guess to cap it off, What's one final message that you can convey to potential future investors of My Rewards?
Jack, My Rewards is poised in a perfect position, especially with the new normal that the world is in. We have a 360 benefit available to the employees and the individuals where they can connect and engage with their colleagues or their employers and get rewarded. We have a solution for corporates where they can connect back with their employees, keep the team spirit up and engage and retain their staff. And also for the suppliers who have been impacted over the last 18 months to give them a captured channel to build their businesses up. From a My Rewards perspective, we see how we can definitely help out all Australians and potentially citizens of the world.
Very, very exciting times ahead. Well, can't wait to see the prospectus and the IPO offering. Until then, thank you so much for your time, Maitre and David, and all the best for the future.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you.